Overview.
and structure of the presentation.
What makes an interesting and appealing presentation? Passion. Be fascinated by your topic and share your passion for it. Facial expressions. Facial expressions create dynamism. They give the impression that you stand behind your ideas and believe in them. Make eye contact to connect with your audience. Use your voice. Volume.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I am very pleased to be here, and thank you all very much for coming along today.
Pace.
We're here today not just to talk about the future of this company. We're here to talk about its destiny.
Pitch or intonation.
I'm a pilot. I fly commercial jets from the United States to Asia, Europe, everywhere. I always wanted to fly, but growing up I never saw any female pilots.
Keyword emphasis. Underline important words and emphasize them. Pausing for emphasis. Helps your audience digest. Gives you time to think and rest.
This is not conjecture. This is fact, one way or another. Now the question is...
Rhetorical questions. Makes your audience think and become engaged. Gives you time to think and rest.
Now the question is, will we end with it?
I know that my university experience shaped who I am. And of course, it does for many people. But what if our experience of university shows us that women don't belong in leadership? What if it shows us that, yes, women can study, but they shouldn't lead a seminar?
Q&A.
Buy time by confirming question or asking for clarification.
You're asking me about.
Is that right?
Would you hesitate to take somebody there?
Let me make sure I understand your question. Are you asking if there are some people that I would not take to my favorite place?
Structure of the presentation. 1. Introduction. Welcome the audience.
Welcome to today's presentation.
Self-introduction.
My name is Susan Wilson, and I belong to the Literature Department of the Humanities faculty.
Objective or message.
Today, I'm going to talk about how to give a good presentation.
Outline. First. Second. Next. Then. And finally.
First, I'm going to talk about preparing a presentation.
Next.
I'm going to talk about the question of notes. Finally, I'd like to talk about the most important thing of all, confidence.
Reason to listen. 2. Body. Main point 1. Introduce main point 1. First of all then, let's look at preparing a presentation. Reason. Because you must make sure of what you're going to say. Evidence and support. Restate point. Main point 2. Introduce main point 2. Next, I'd like to turn to the question of notes. Reason. Because people want to hear you speak, not reading out a long report. Evidence and support. Restate point. Main point 3. Introduce main point 3.
Finally, I'd like to talk about the most important thing of all, confidence.
Reason.
The way you look and the way you speak are sometimes more important than the things you actually say.
Evidence and support. Restate point. 3. Conclusion. Signal the end.
Well, I think that's all we have time for at the moment.
Summary. Conclusion. Final message. Call to action.
I'm sure we can discuss all of this again in more detail over the next few weeks.
Thank the audience. Thank you for your time and for having me in this event. Invite questions.
In the meantime, please feel free to ask any questions, and I'll do my best to answer them.
Presentation Content Creation Guide. Topic, objective or message. Main points. 1, 2, 3. Reason to listen. Conclusion. Call to action. Title. Capitalize the first letter of nouns, pronouns, verbs, adjectives, and conjunctions. Punctuation is not required.